lovelies, and welcome back to the best Christmas yet. I can't believe it's week 4 of Christmas in July already, but all good things must come to an end. That does not mean that the Christmas fun around here is going to come to an end anytime soon. There's going to be lots more content, so stay tuned. Hit that notification bell and subscribe because you don't want to miss a thing. And when you subscribe, you will become part of the best Christmas family. Today we're going to be looking at some of the other fundamental parts of Christmas, like traditions and entertaining. There are loads of things that you can do ahead of time, and there are going to be lots of tips and lots of ideas for you in this video to help you to plan, get things ready in time, save your money, save your time, and save your sanity come Christmas this year. This is my favorite picture out of all the planning printables. This dress is just absolutely stunning. It reminds me of something Scarlett O'Hara would wear from Gone with the Wind. But I've just made it all festive here with some diamantes, for a little belt there. She's playing the piano, playing Christmas carols. She's got holly in her hair, which must hurt like hell to be fair, but I love this picture. That candy striped dress is just adorable, and it's completely and totally something I would wear. Here I've found a really sweet little printable. I'll try and see if I can link to it or put it in the blog for if anyone wants to read it. It says 31 busy days hath December. Christmas begins long before the 25th. Right after the house has taken a quiet after Thanksgiving breath, the sky watch for Christmas snow begins, and evergreens outside the house become Christmas trees, and this year's holiday starts. Come share this month of Christmas with me. And this was done, I think, in the 1950s or 60s, and it's just some ideas of what the homemaker in those days would get up to, which I thought was very apt because it goes with these sort of retro images, and that's a really good little read. So the first tradition that a lot of people consider when it comes to Christmas is Advent, and Advent ideas and plans. Whether you do a chocolate Advent calendar, or whether you do Advent activities, or whether you do a separate little Advent calendar with little treats in every day, this is the page where you can write down your plans. Next, we have a festive movie night. At Friday nights at our house during the month of December is always festive movie night. So I tend to write things in here like the treats we're going to have, the kind of movies we want to watch. You know, you can put little recipes here or the page behind, up to you. But this is to plan your festive movie nights. And here's your festive movie list. Sorry, you don't need to put the movies down here. You can put the movies down here and the films that you want to watch in December. Here is your plans to see Santa, whether you've booked that online, but you need to write down the venue here and perhaps who's coming with, things you need to take with you, all that kind of stuff you can plan here. The Christmas pantomime, again, you can write down potential dates or the dates you've planned for, who's coming with, things you need to take with you, details you need to remember. Write that down here. Hot chocolate station. Guys, this also takes planning. Hot chocolate stations for Christmas don't just happen out of nowhere. What items do you need? What items do you have? Do you need some new Christmas mugs? Maybe you have too many Christmas mugs, and that's one thing you definitely don't need. So make sure that you jot all that down here. Make sure that you plan all of that here. Gingerbread house building, a very, very important part of Christmas. Whether you buy your Christmas gingerbread house ready to decorate and to do at home, or whether you make it from scratch, it's up to you. But here you can plan all of that. You can write down what sweeties you need and what materials you need to make and build your gingerbread house. You may decide to have a gingerbread house competition at home. That is up to you, but you can plan all of that right here. And I've put down this page here, and I think this is so sweet. This little image here of Mummy got a gift from Daddy and she's thanking him very sweetly. You can do your festive date night plan here, because remember, Christmas is not necessarily only about the children. It's also about you and your sweetie, and carving out some special time for the two of you during the festive rush is just as important as everything else. So if you've got some festive date night plans here, you can put them in. And I've got a page here for other festive events and outings. There are loads of things that you can do, and loads of other ideas you might like, whether that's going to go and choose a Christmas tree, whether that is going into the woods to go and get some festive foliage, up to you. Write down those plans here, but there's a beautiful little reindeer here. And other traditions that you might like. I have put a separate section for the elf on the shelf, because I think that takes a little bit more planning, and I know that it is a Christmas tradition, but I've just made a separate section for that because it does take considerable planning in some ways. My tips for traditions are quite simple. Number one, consider your Christmas traditions and if they still work for your family. Are there things that you are still doing every year that the kids hate and they're too old for, they just feel silly doing and nobody enjoys? Cull those. Get some new traditions, make some new memories, put some new things in place. Do you know what? It doesn't mean that because an old tradition has been laid to rest that there's not going to be something else to take its place. There will be lots of Christmas memories and there's lots of Christmas traditions that you can engage with your family to make Christmas magical. The second tradition that we try to incorporate in our family is the tradition of giving to others less fortunate than us. You can incorporate new traditions that help to bless others at Christmas time, people that you don't know, strangers, it doesn't matter. The thing is that you're spreading that Christmas spirit, you're spreading that Christmas kindness to people who really need that Christmas spirit, you're spreading that Christmas kindness to people who really need it. Consider donating food to the food bank, not just at Christmas time, but around the year. That's something that you can do to spread cheer and goodwill to other people all throughout the year, but also it's equally as important at Christmas. You can also consider donating your time. You might be able to help out a fellow mum. Perhaps she's a single mum and she doesn't have time to do her Christmas shopping because she has to look after the little ones. You can perhaps, look after her kids for an afternoon while she does her shopping, or look after some chores for an elderly neighbour. Things like that really go a long way. It doesn't have to be a gift that you're giving them, but the gift of time is sometimes so much more important than anything else you could give at Christmas. So the next section is the elf on the shelf, and I think this little elf is just adorable with this long-tailed hat with a little jingle bell on the end, riding a candy cane down in the snow. I think that's absolutely adorable. Right, we usually start off our we usually start off December with a Christmas North Pole breakfast, usually on the morning of the 1st of December. But remember, you can have your North Pole breakfast or North Pole meal, any meal that you want in December. It's up to you, and you can plan all of that here. And here's some just general inspiration that you can put down for the elf on the shelf. Things you've seen that you might like to buy. You can pop some pictures on here and use it kind of like a mood board, because we have elf on the shelf plans week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. All your elf on the shelf plans go down here. Remember, you can do elf on the shelf completely and totally OTT, or you can keep it simple and the kids will love it either way. My top tip for the elf on the shelf is do not wing it. There is nothing worse than not having a plan and trying to figure something out at the last minute. Don't wing it. Make sure you have a plan. Number 2, set an alarm on your phone to make sure that your elf will have everything he needs for when he wants to get up to his Christmas antics. You may need to help him with things, but if you set an alarm on your phone after the children have gone to bed, your children won't be taken by surprise when the elf hasn't been able to get up to his usual antics. Number 3, don't overdo it. Simple is better. I've seen some people have the most incredible, elaborate elf on the shelf plans, but that's not what it's about. Sometimes the simple is better, and do you know what? You've got enough to be getting on with at Christmas time, so you don't need to go completely and totally over the top with your elf on the shelf plans. Next is the entertaining section. I love this little picture with the little dog looking up at them after they've decorated the Christmas tree. She's in her pretty dress and her diamante necklace. I just love this. I think it's so cute. And this came from the same magazine that I think it was called the Mindful magazine or Mindful Christmas, something like that, but it's one of those pages, and it says, Christmas is the season for kindling the fire of hospitality. And the saying is by Washington Irving. So here are some pages that I've put together. This lady here hiding in the Christmas present is just so adorable. I love it. Festive entertaining, the date and the event and the budget that you've got, who you're inviting, the menu ideas for that event, Christmas entertaining grocery shopping, the activities and the decor that you want to use, and a to-do list. Now, when I say Christmas entertaining, I'm not talking about Christmas Day. That's a different event. I'm talking about if you're having a gingerbread decorating little party at your house, or whether you're having the girls over for a festive movie night, or whether you're having a whole bunch of friends come over for sort of a potluck mingle and jingle like we do most years. Those are the things that you want to do here, and those are the things that you want to plan for here. And here are my tips for Christmas entertaining. As we all know, Christmas entertaining can be absolutely stressful. We don't know if we'll be able to have Christmas as we are used to it, but if we do get to entertain this year, it's important to let others get involved, because you cannot do everything on your own. You're only one person, and it is also your Christmas to enjoy. So consider doing a potluck when you are entertaining for Christmas. This means get everyone to bring a dish. If someone has suggested bringing something, let them bring it. If someone wants to bring wine, if someone wants to bring an appetizer, if someone wants to bring a dessert, let them bring it. Get everyone involved. These days people really don't mind, and it helps people to feel like they're contributing. That's number one. Number two, if someone offers to help you in the kitchen while you're entertaining, or offers to help tidy up or do something like that, accept their help. You are not a superhero, and you don't have to be a superhero. Let people help you. Number three, delegate. If you need help, ask someone. You don't need to be a hero, like I said. If you need help, there will be loads of people that you're entertaining with. You can just ask someone to help you clear up, or people are quite happy to help. And if they aren't, tough. You need a break too, and you need some help around the festive season. Number four is really something that we all need to take to heart, and that's to let go of perfectionism. Christmas isn't about being perfect. It's not about having an Instagram-worthy Christmas. That is not what Christmas is about. It's about creating memories and special moments with your family and your friends. Nobody is expecting to come to your house and have it looking like something out of a House and Home magazine. Give perfectionism the boot and have a Merry Christmas this year. And the last section is sales shopping. This is your sales shopping plan. It is where you write down the things that you're keeping your beady little eye on and which store they're in, so that you can go and get them on the Christmas sales. So do your plan here, and that'll keep you keep your eye on the ball, so to speak, so that you don't miss out on the things that you have been eyeing up all throughout the festive season. Top tips for sales shopping. 1. Scope out the items that you would like to buy on the sales before the sales start. That way you know exactly what shop it's in, you know exactly what the retail price was, and exactly how much of a deal you're getting. Make sure that you write this down so that you don't forget about anything. You don't have to buy things full price. If you don't specifically need it for this Christmas, but it's on your wish list, make sure that you've scoped it out beforehand, and when you go sales shopping, you know exactly where to go to grab that wish list item. Number 2, don't buy for the sake of it. If you can't come up with a reason why you need that item, or a reason why those extra paper plates or those extra crackers are needed, don't buy them. It doesn't mean because it's cheap that you have to get it. If you're not going to use it, don't waste your money, and don't waste the valuable real estate in your home. Number 3, buy gifts with people in mind. Don't just buy some pamper items that are on sale at Boots and the Christmas sales because, oh, I'm sure there was somebody to give a gift to. You know who you've bought presents for this year, and you know that you'll probably be buying presents for those same people next year. So you can buy with people in mind. Also, think about buying birthday presents at the Christmas sales, which saves you money throughout the year. But try to remember to buy with people in mind. If your children are 5 and they're still playing with Peppa Pig now, will they want to be playing with Peppa Pig toys when they're 6? Possibly not. So be careful about what you buy on the sales, as they may not be relevant next year. Tip number 4 is to put everything that you bought on sale in one place. I have a dedicated Christmas cupboard where I put all my Christmassy bits and pieces that I buy during the year, presents, items on sale, craft supplies, etc. towards Christmas. I put them all in one place, and if they're gifts, I write down who I've bought for so that I don't buy another duplicate gift later on in the year and waste time and waste money. What are your sales tips? Let me know in the comments box below. Thank you for watching, my lovelies, and happy Christmas in July. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss a Christmassy thing going on here at The Best Christmas Yet, and you can stay tuned for more from The Best Christmas Yet coming up soon. In the meantime, keep calm and be merry.